Alright, so we plugged in our -1. I'm sorry, plugged in our 1 right here. And we get a negative number, plugging in 1, so we get a negative, and a negative number is not greater than or equal to 0, so we know it's not this stuff here. So it has to be the stuff on the outside. So all of this stuff here is going to be our solution. All right. And of course we're going to write it like this. Negative infinity up to 0. And now we include 0 here. Got to greater than or equal to. So we include it. And this symbol here means union. We just join both sets together. And of course we include 9/5 to infinity. All right. And I think we're going to look at a graph on this. You can kind of see what this looks like. Alright, so this is the graph. Now we said it's all the stuff outside of 0, everything to the left of 0 and to the right of that 9/5 is actually 1.8, which is nice. It's right here on the graph. What we're going to do here is we're going to zoom out, because it was everything less than 0 and everything greater than, or I should say less than or equal to, and everything greater than or equal to 9/5. Right? This stuff here is all the stuff less than 0, right? And remember, these are the numbers we're looking at here. But our solution are x values. You know, the solution, that interval, are x values. So remember, this was greater than or equal to 0 up here. All right, so it's nice to be able to look at a graph and tell, you know, get an idea of what we're looking for. Okay. All right. So we have 10x squared minus 41x plus 21, and that's going to be less than 0. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the quadratic formula. Okay, and let me just write that up to refresh your memory. So that's b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, and remember, this is a, this is b, and this part is c right here. Right? But I think before we do this, let's first look at the graph. Okay, let's look at the graph, and then we'll come back to this. All right, so here's the graph we're looking at, and you remember that this is less than 0 here. Okay, so that means we're looking at the graph that's below the x-axis, and it looks like it's 3.5 is going to be one of our zeros, and this would be 0.6 right here. So it's looking like between 0.6 and 3.5. Okay, so when we go to set this equal to 0 and solve for x in this problem, or actually, you know, that's what we're doing, but we're going to find the, we're going to use, the quadratic formula to do that. All right. Okay. So let's just do that. I'm going to have x is equal to negative b, and b is negative 41. So let's start with parentheses. And it's plus or minus the square root of negative 41 squared minus 4. A is 10. And C is 21. Right, and it's all over 2 times 10. Alright, so I'm going to get out my calculator. You can do that in your head if you like. This is a negative and negative, so we know that's a positive 41. Plus or minus. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and work that out.